Lafayette Wood from Lithonia, Georgia. I have 11 meds, which I take every day, some of them once a day, some of them twice a day, some 3 times a day. And I have to orient them in a drawer where the meds I take daily are in one section and the ones I take at night are in another section.
Travis Moses, I'm from Inglewood, Colorado. I take approximately 6 medications for my diabetes. Right now, the best way that I can organize them is try to find them in different bottles of different shapes and sizes, but there's only a limited amount you can do that. The problem is you can change all the bottle sizes and shapes, but the pills are still the same. So it's very confusing.
My name is Jerry Heichelbeck. I live in Orlando, Florida. The way I have to organize it is I have to line them up on a counter, and since so many of them have got the same shape of bottle, and 2 or 3 medications are the pill itself looks exactly the same. I can't tell the difference.
My name is Nicole Kobe, Forest Lake, Minnesota. The challenge for me is that there's several medications that look very similar. OxyContin and amitriptyline and Ambien feel very similar because they're close in size and very close in shape. And even though I'm very good at telling them apart by shaking the bottles or trying to put it on a braille label, there are times when the braille label falls off, or shaking the bottle, or feeling the pill doesn't help, and I still need to ask for help.
I'm Joy Steigel. I'm from Reseda, California. Every once in a while, tape comes off, rubber bands break, Dymo label tape, which has my braille names of the prescriptions on them, come off. And that's what happened 3 years ago. My 2 different types of insulin bottles, the rubber band broke, so that was a long-acting. It turned in, I thought it was the short-acting, and for a whole month, my blood sugars were off. I couldn't figure out why I was constantly running too high, which causes complications later on. And it wasn't until I had a sighted friend come over, and I wanted to find out how low the bottle was. And she looked, and both of them, she said, have the same name. And I'm like, what? And that's when I found out that I had mixed up the vials and was using the same type of insulin all day long, and that wasn't the appropriate dosage that the doctor had prescribed to me.
I have all my medications delivered to me from my pharmacy, and the delivery person doesn't stick around to explain to me what's what, and I live by myself. So really, if I didn't have my family member, actually my mother, who lives about an hour away from me, my pills go to my mother, and she separates them for me because she can read the bottles, and then she has to get the pills to me either by paying for transportation or overnighting it or bringing it to me herself, which isn't very practical for her.
Yes, I actually had an error with my medication last week. I take metformin and Jimprivazole, and they feel exactly the same. I took an overdose of my metformin, which caused some serious adverse reactions, almost to the point I had to go to the hospital. It's simply because the pills felt exactly the same, and I couldn't tell them apart. Now I'm having to keep them in separate rooms so I know what medication is what, so I don't have to have that happen again.
If I had had a prescription reader, I would have verified it before I opened up the bottle cap that are the sterilized caps that are on the vials of insulin, so that even my method, there would be another backup method of, looking at it like hearing it like everybody else.
Several of my medications feel the same, exactly the same. You would have me an auto system would allow me not to overdosing on a particular medication because I can't feel the pill size.
This way, I can read the medication like a regular person, and I can be safe with the medication, because the heart medication now, of course, is very important. My husband recently died, and he had 14 medications, and he got to the point that he could not read his medications at all. But with the ScripTalk, I could give him the accurate medications. And so the ScripTalk now will not only save lives, it'll take the guesswork, and it'll also remind a senior citizen of how many refills and how many tablets to take and this sort of thing. And it's an invaluable tool. It saves lives.
But this machine, the ScripTalk, it would be a tremendous help to me, because all I would have to do would be to put the bottle on the machine, and it would tell me, what the label says. I would know what the medication is, what it's for, when to take it, how to take it, the dose. It tells everything. And I think it'd just be a tremendous help.
Being able to have the warnings on the medication would be very important, because right now I can get a medication from the pharmacy. They can tell me what it is, but because I take several different medications, I mix them up, not knowing what I can take with which medications and which medications I'm supposed to take when and how much. And it gets very confusing, and it's dangerous.
It gives you certainty about the particular medicine that you're taking, and I think it is an absolutely essential device for people who are visually impaired.
I usually get a whole bunch of papers. Of course, they're in print, and it gives you the how to take it, what's in it, if there are any side effects. But I can't read it. But this machine, the ScripTalk, it tells you what's on that bottle.
It's even more challenging to tell Celebrex, which is 200 milligrams twice daily, and Lyrica, 150 milligrams twice daily apart, because they feel almost exactly alike as well. And it's very challenging because you don't want to, for example, take an Ambien at 9 o'clock in the morning when you're taking your OxyContin for your pain. Because if you take the Ambien, then you can fall asleep in class. It's also dangerous to take an Ambien, not realize it, and start walking somewhere. And of course then start to lose control of your consciousness. It's also dangerous to take Celebrex or any anti-inflammatory on an empty stomach, though it's safe to do so with Lyrica. So it would be very helpful to know for certain that what I have in my hand is a Celebrex, or what I have in my hand is Lyrica or amitriptyline versus OxyContin. It would be very helpful to have a talking prescription reader and be able to review the information about when to take it.
I really, when it comes to my medications, I have absolutely no independence. It will enable me to be completely independent, which I'm always striving for in all areas of my life, to be completely independent, and that's really one of the only ways that's holding me back. So it's a big deal to not be able to do that on my own.